common household environment, which in this case is a bathroom. This bathroom has been specially prepared for the app, as you can see by the drawings on the wall, mirror and shower. Beneath those drawings are NFC tags just like these, with which the child will interact. In a real-world scenario, the tags would, obviously, look quite small in the environment, barely noticeable. The idea of the drawings is enabling the child to recognize where she can extract information from once he or she arrives in the environment. But at the same time, it's a discrete modification which prevents him or her from being embarrassed by it. The drawings might have no relation at all with the activity, such as in this case with using the toilet activity. This is also done in order to avoid causing embarrassment. They might also be somewhat related, such as in this swimming drawing on the take a shower activity. And finally, they might be the exact representation of the activity, such as in this brush teeth right here. Once the child taps her Windows phone on a tag, the Cangame app will be launched to display a sequence of steps on how to perform the corresponding activity. Let's try it on this one. As you can see, we've launched the take a shower activity, and so the instructions began. There's a pause button here on the top, which I've pressed. This image shows the first step on the shower process. In case the child does not understand the image and therefore does not touch the screen after 10 seconds, a small text is displayed explaining it. Let's see it happening on the next step as I unpause this, but for demonstration purposes the time is reduced to 3 seconds. The pause button allows both for the parent to explain to the child what each step means without having to rush before it changes pictures, and also for the child to use if she is doing the activity along with the instructions, since some steps might take a long time to be performed. Once the text is shown, the child has another 10 seconds to touch the screen. If the child does not touch the screen, the activity is finished and a report is sent to the parents, doctors or educators registering the device so they can follow up the treatment's evolution from anywhere. Cangame allows for all important information related to the children to be stored. All of their tutors' data, parents, doctors, educators and others, can be saved in the app for both contact information in case they get lost, as well as for the tutors to receive the reports regarding the children's activity. When creating a new tutor, all you need to do is input their name, phone number, email address, and their role. When registering a child on the app, some extra data is needed, such as the parent's contact information and the child's picture. This is necessary because Cangame allows multiple children to use the same smartphone by simply switching the currently active profile, making it possible for clinics or families with more than one autistic child to use a single smartphone. One of the key features of Cangame is the character selection. When creating a child's profile, he or she gets to choose which character they like the most between a boy, girl, or some other options. This is the character that will appear in the packs whenever an activity is started, as if it were a new friend. This helps creating an emotional bond between the child and the character, transforming the daily activities into something they feel pleasure in doing. The packs icon leads to the list of packs that the user currently has on his or her Windows phone, divided by locations or environments. Each one of these locations has specific activities that can be performed. Cangame already ships with a set of packs, and more can be purchased through the app itself, if the user wants so. The Reports screen lets the user read previously saved reports and send them to the tutors, and also change the frequency with which the reports are automatically sent to those tutors whose data is registered in the device. In the preferences, the user can change the background and foreground colors of the app, as well as the language and some other options. Another extremely important feature in Cangame is the activity scheduler. The parent can set up the children's routine on his own Windows phone and then transfer it to theirs through NFC. This prevents the child from being without his or her phone for a long period of time, which could compromise the treatment. Also, sometimes the child prefers to do some activity following the instructions of a different character from the one he or she chose when their profile was created in the app. This character can always be changed later if the kid so desires. Once the user selects a location between the available ones, a list of possible activities in that place is shown, corresponding to the packs he currently has on his phone. On the specified day and time, a notification will appear, reminding the kid to perform the activity. Once he or she taps the reminder, the step-by-step instructions begin, just like in the NFC tag scenario. Tapping the screen moves to the next step, and touching the pause button stops the automatic sequence, for cases where more than 10 seconds are necessary to perform the step. Finally, an activity can always be edited in case the user wants to change the character or its recurrence, for example, just like a child's or a tutor's profile. It can also be deleted if it's no longer needed.